Hello people, in today's video I'll be teaching you how to draw a floor plan on SketchUp. If you find this video helpful, like, please subscribe and hit the notification button for more video like this. And if you have any question concerning this video or my other videos, please don't hesitate to drop it at the comment section because all questions will be attended to. So let's get started. Like I said earlier, that I will be drawing a floor plan on SketchUp. So let me show you the sketch we are about to draw. So it's a sketch, but we are going to turn that sketch to a floor plan on the SketchUp. Okay, so here is the sketch. So on that sketch, the length of the drawing is 8,475 mm by 7,050 mm. So those are the spaces. These are the spaces. So here is our living room, although I didn't indicate the name of those spaces. So this is the living room. This is 6,600 by 4,200, and this is the bedroom, 3,006 by 3,006. Then this is the toilet, 1,002. Although after the whole plan, we'll be able to determine the length of the toilet. And this is the kitchen, which is 1,350 mm, and the length is 3,600. Since this bedroom is 3,600, so it's still the same length. So this is the entrance to both the this is the entrance to both the living room, both the kitchen and the bedroom. So let's continue. So the length of our floor plan is 8,475 mm by 7,050 mm. So what I'm going to do is to go to the shape tools, then I'll pick a rectangular tools from there. Then I'm going to draw a rectangle. So when you're drawing a rectangle, you can make sure you check the dimension, because this is where we are going to enter the value. So what I'm going to do now is to type the volume, which is 7,050, 8,475, then enter. So this is the length and this is the breadth. So to be sure, maybe this drawing is correct, so you can just pick on your tape measure tools and check the dimension. So from here to here is 8,475, then from here to here is 7,050 mm. So that means our drawing is correct. So what I'm going to do now is to draw a block wall, which is 2 to 5. That's the block, that's the size of a block. The thickness of a block is 2 to 5, which is 9 inches. That's 9 inches block. So I'm going to pick the offset tools, then I'm going to offset 225, enter. So after that, we'll check the measurements, the length and the width, the length and the breadth, the width of the living room. So let's check that. So the length and the width of the living room is 6,600 by 4,200 millimeter. So what I'm going to do now, I'll pick the tape tools and measure. I'll put the tape on this point, then I will drag it to this part. Then I'm going to type 4,200. Make sure your measurements is showing at this part. So I'm going to type 4,200, then enter. Then from this part, I'm going to type 6,600. So let's just check it. So it's correct, 6,600. Then I'm going to draw a 225 wall, then 225, enter. So what I'm going to do next is to check the dimension of the bedroom. I think when we check it was 3,600 by 3,600. So I think I can still remember that. Then I'm going to measure 3,600, enter. Okay, let's do 3,003 because we want so that we can increase the width of our kitchen. Is like the kitchen is too small on the sketch, so let's increase the measurement of our kitchen. So I'm going to do 3,003 instead of 3,006. 3,300, enter. Then the next thing I'm going to do 225, enter. Then for the toilet, the width is 1,200. Then I'm going to measure 1,200, 1,002, enter. Then 225, and enter. So I'll check the remaining space. So we have like 1,650 mm. In our formal drawing, on our sketch is 1,350. Okay, we can check it. So here is it, is 1,350, but because I've reduced the size, the length of the bedroom from this part has now increased to 1,650, which is better. Okay, so what we are going to do next is to pick the line tools. So here is the line tools. So I'll use the line to trace out all the dotted lines. So I'm going to trace it like this, then like this. So if you check that drawing, you will see that we have a lobby that is leading to the bedroom and that leads to the kitchen. So, and we have a toilet at this point. So, and our lobby is 1,200. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pick the tape tools and measure 1,200, 1,200, enter. Then I'm going to pick a line tools and trace it. So for this part, we are going to use 150 block. This time around, we are no longer using 225. So we're going to use a 6 inches block. So I'm going to pick the tape tools once again. Then I will measure 150 mm. Enter. So after that, I'm going to pick a line tools and trace it out. So after the whole tracing, then I'm going to erase the dotted line. So I'll pick the eraser tools, then I will erase all the dotted line. So what we're going to do now is to create a space for the door and a space for the windows. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pick that same tape measure tools. So but before I do that, I'm going to pick a line tools. The reason for that is that I want to know the midpoint of this particular space so that I can put my window at the center. So I'm going to trace it out from the midpoint. Anywhere you see a blue point, that means is the midpoint. Yeah, anywhere you see a blue, so it's even going to indicate the midpoint. So I'll draw it. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pick the tape tools, then I will measure 750 to this side, then 750 to the other side. Then I will trace it out with line. Then draw another line at the center. So that indicates my window. So what I'm going to do next is to create a space for this side. So I'm going to draw a line. I'm going to extend this line. Then I will extend this line as well. Then I'm going to erase this particular one. Then for this side, I want to create a space for the door, and the standard measurement of a door is 900 millimeter. So I'll pick the tape tools and measure 900. Enter. Then I'll trace it out with a line. Then I will erase it. Then for the toilet, I'm going to create another space for the door. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to extend this line. Then I'm going to measure 750. That's the standard measurement of a door for toilets and stores. So I'm going to measure 750 mm. Enter. Then I'll trace it out. Then I will erase it. Then I'll erase this line. I'll erase this line as well. So what I want to do next is to create a window at this part. So to check for the midpoint, I'm going to pick a line, then look for the middle, then I will trace it out, then I'll draw a line. Sorry, I'll pick a tape choose, then measure 750, then another 750 to this side. Okay, I think we should move the window to this part. Let's put our window on this part. So to do that, I'm going to measure like 6,000. Then from this 6,000, I will measure 1,500. Enter. Then I'll trace it out with line. Then draw another line at the center. Then I'm going to extend this particular line. Then measure 900. That's the door. Then trace it out with a line and erase this part. Yep. So for this side, I'm going to have a window. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to extend this line, then measure 1,500, then trace it out with a line, then extend, then draw a line. Then for this part, we have a 600 window. So I'm going to check for the midpoint. Then because the window is 600, so I'm going to do 300. I'm going to measure 300 for this part, then another 300 for this side. Then I will trace it out with a line. Then I will draw a line at the center. So same thing for this side. So I will extend this line, then measure 1,500, then trace it out with a line, then draw a line at the center. So here is our floor plan. So if you want me to show you how to symbolize a door on a floor plan, you can indicate in the comment section. So that will be all for today's video. See you in my next video. Thank you.